Hey, Jagged, how's it going?
Hey, what's up? What's the crack?
Things are moving along.
Yeah, I mean, have any games started? Oh yeah, it looks like
Uh,
some people are in games,
yeah.
which is a good time. It's only a few minutes past. Usually,
It is.
if you have a game started before 15 minutes past the start time, I think you're doing good. That's a lot of observers in this match. Jesus.
I hope the game can handle it. 4v4, huh?
Yeah, why not? We just need a different map, but other than that, right? This
Yeah,
is.
let's just get Crazy Rush going.
I would play some settings now.
Nice.
Um, Let me see the bracket. This is definitely the closest match here, which makes sense because it's seed 8 and 9. It's pretty stacked, honestly. This tournament. I mean, you have like 9 2K players basically, or 8 or 9 who are more or less 2K.
And meanwhile, you have somehow Chit Chat with 1100 rating managed to make the cutoff this time.
Yeah, I think it just shows that this is what FAF is like. There's no middle class of FAF. It's just the pros and the elites. That's it. Just all the 1500s in 1v1 play, they don't exist. Don't know where they are.
I think you're right. Like, if you're 15, 1600, you have what it takes to be like 1800 plus. You just have to practice and then you'll get there.
Yeah, it seems to be like that.
So, Jagged, should we run this tournament at +3?
I would play a +3 tournament, or maybe +2. +2 would be fun. I inquired into there's a fast game speed mode,
Yeah, I saw your
which is
post.
like it's like +4 though, which is a huge bump up from 0. It's super fast, but I was wondering if you could have like have a +2 mode. That would be more reasonable, and that would be pretty fun. But it seems like it's hard coded. But you could have a +2 and just have it on adjustable speed and just not allow people to change it. But yeah, I don't know. It could be fun to have faster games.
Watching something like Settings or like Adaptive Kusoje on +2 would be insane.
Yeah, well, I mean, I assume you mean in 1v1.
Yeah,
Because I mean, obviously, settings in team games, it doesn't really matter what speed you set it at. It's
of
going to
course.
-4. That's like sooner rather than later. So maybe we'll cast the game. I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like this is a pretty defensive Mantis from Blast. It's just sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, even hiding behind his engineer.
The
But
engineer will protect the Mantis.
yeah, he'll repair him.
Priorities. Exactly.
Here comes the lab. It looks like Blast is insanely slow to build his mass extractors, which is really not gonna be good for him. He's just relying on reclaim, but his opponent's gonna get the mass from the mexes plus the reclaim, so it's not really an advantage for him, I would say. He's just slightly ahead in factories, but I don't think that's worth it, honestly. Lab. And about those mexes he's trying to build. He's trying to hide behind the one he has constructed. Looks to be... Oh, he's gonna die, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, this is a really bad start from Blast, I would say.
And just slightly missing with that P-Gen block, too,
Yeah,
on the
it
first
was a
volley.
nice attempt. So yeah, I don't know why he's so slow in the expansion mechs that right next to him, and then he sends an engineer walking all the way across the map to the side immediately to build mechs that are really far apart and hard to defend. Don't
Yeah,
really.
the engineer is not picking up all those 38 mass rocks on the way.
Yeah, yeah, he should grab those for sure. I mean, I'm sure he needs mass right now. He has to.
I mean, I guess rushing this PD is kind of nice, but what are the odds that actually finishes?
It got to be low, especially since he sends almost all of his units to the bottom right side. This engineer will get found. Also, yeah, I just saw like WoundedElk was building 3 factories at once there. Another thing you probably don't want to do, but I guess it shows just how many resources he has that he can actually afford to have that many different things building at once. He built an air factory and it's been paused. It hasn't built anything. Also not great.
He's got 2% of a bomber and a very expensive investment.
Yeah, 2% of a bomber has never killed anything to my knowledge. Never bombed any engineers with 2% of a bomber. Blast going to middle faster is really good. This is, although he doesn't seem to be stealing all the reclaim immediately. He needs to go. You should walk to your opponent's side of the middle, take all of their reclaim, and then walk back to yours and take what's yours afterwards.
Especially because he has that radar there. He can see exactly what's going on.
Oh yeah, that is a nice radar. He also has some reclaim in his base he hasn't taken, and yeah, that PD never even started, I think, and he lost the 2 mechs on the left, so definitely WoundedElk is in a better position. I wish he would. Yeah, there we go. Air factory is back on. How many factories? 2, 4, 6. Just an 8th one finishing. 2, 4, 6. 8 lamp factories. So WoundedElk has an extra factory and it's a PD, or he has an extra air factory. What's that PD in his base though? You see this? In front of the radar and the mechs.
That's really odd. I've never seen a PD there.
Yeah, and I hope I never do again. What is the purpose of that? I don't get it. So
is he expecting some sort of base trade from Blast?
I mean, that doesn't even block the ramp though. It's like in between the ramps to his base. And you can't really base trade on this map.
You really can't.
No. Because you go straight through the middle. If somebody manages to get the hydrocarbons in the middle and maybe rush a gun off all that power, could be game over. I think you gotta aim for a gun on this map. You're not really that likely to... Okay, that looks like a bit of a mass donation on the left side.
Yeah, definitely. Although Blast realizes this and leaves.
Yeah, he did leave, 10 Mantis Rex behind probably, at least. But yeah, I think you gotta aim for the gun on this map. Because you have so many resources in your base that you shouldn't get crushed. Right? You shouldn't just auto lose the game off your build or something. But if you get the gun faster, you can really just take control of all the middle, and if you keep pushing, deny your opponent getting the gun in return, it should be a win for you. Bombers are doing some good damage.
Yeah, they are definitely paying for themselves.
Yeah. No anti-air on the left side at all. We got 1 anti-air here. Will it manage to kill the bomber? Nope. Yeah, these bombers are doing a lot.
I mean, call me old school, but I do like 100% of a bomber.
Yeah, the 100% bombers are a lot more effective, I find, than the 2% bombers. Oh, the factory on the right is denied. Looks like there's a radar there that got killed. The factory on the left is going to die to Mantis now that all the units have been bombed to death. And the engineers as well. Doesn't look good. I wish WoundedElk would build the radars. Or not radars, hydrocarbons. In the middle. They're so valuable. Another advantage, though, of his air is that if he wants to go gun, he can just, you know, pause that air. He's actually making the gun with some assistance. I feel like he will have to pause the air, right? He's even assisting the air factory.
And he's continuing to build power while this is all going on.
Yeah, this man has unlimited reserves of energy.
I mean, just look at how many P-Jones he's got, though. Maybe he can afford this.
There's quite a few. But,
yeah, he's not power stalling.
is he mass stalling then?
He's mass stalling. He's at,
Yeah,
like,
okay.
minus 20.
Yeah, okay, there you go. That's... Oh, he's paused. He paused his ACU. Yeah, I knew there had to be some kind of stall involved. There's no way you can do all that.
And now he just got reclaimed, so he has to pause the ACU.
That's the wrong decision. You don't pause the ACU, you pause everything else. Pause the air factory, pause, you know, things that are less valuable than the gun, which is pretty much everything. Blast is now making gun with 2 engineers assisting him. So this is where it's critical. You gotta make yours faster, and if then he could walk into Blast, deny the gun upgrade, and at that point it's GG. You know? But as it is, maybe Blast has enough time. WoundedElk chilling. Okay, he's on the move. Blast with more units on the left. WoundedElk with way more units on the right. This is the point where you need your units with you. Needs to bring almost all these units back to his commander, because it's going to be all about this battle right here. Blast looks like he's gonna... Oh, he cancels at like 90%, which is brutal. I think that is the game ender, I would say. Has to be.
I mean, if you have to cancel your gun, you've just lost. You might as well try to finish it and just die.
Yeah, maybe he should have tried to finish it. He also didn't have units with him. Yeah, he calls GG. I think Blast really fell behind immediately. And I'd say it's mainly because he didn't just expand and take his mexes in his base. Which sounds so stupid. It sounds so silly. But these are the mistakes that seem to, you know, they never stop happening to anyone.
Thing.
Yeah, a little bit of... Just build T1 mexes, guys. Pro tip.
No, we'll see if he can turn that hangover into a win. Stranger things have happened.
Yep. They're both Cybran. Are they both Cybran last game as well?
Yep. They were.
Oops. Yeah, I mean, Cybran's fine on this map.
I mean, rhinos are nice.
Yeah. They're okay.
Maybe I've been playing Mosey too much.
I think that's what's happened.
He's convinced me that rhinos are actually good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like, you know, rhinos plus stealth plus Medusa.
The whole combo is strong.
Yeah. Rhino on its own is alright. But the combo is where it's at. So you're playing with score on accidentally.
I'm gonna say that's fine.
Some people would rather games were played with score on. Like Gala or probably Bloodier, I think he said at some point he would rather.
I mean, why not detect the first bomber?
Yeah, that is the key reason, honestly. I guess less relevant now. I don't know why Blast is mad. Maybe he was bumping into his engineers. I think that's probably what happened. As they came out of the factory. I don't think WoundedElk's build is gonna work. I like the pattern. The pattern is nice, but he's not gonna have. He has no mastery claim, so you can't do this. Basically, can't afford all that, and he's gonna have way too much power if he builds this P-gen right now. He already has 3 P-gens, so he's in fact gonna make like 9 P-gen second air for no reason. On just a normal land map.
Really weird transport rush.
Maybe he is going to transport rush, but no, he isn't, because he's making land factory. He's not. He's cancelled the air factory, perhaps by accident. Yeah, this is a bit of a Titanic build order here, I'd say. Bit of practice needed. Bit of prep.
You just gotta record some videos of build orders. Like tagging it.
Yeah, of like. Yeah, I mean, just put in 20 hours work for the qualifier.
100%.
It's worth
qualifier that if you're 2K, you're probably going to get in no matter what.
Yeah, and of course, he's the 9th seed, so he has to play Blast Shield in the first round, so I'm sure he was delighted with that draw, you know. Not even in the real tournament yet, and he has to play Blast in a best of 3 the first round. Unlucky.
The winner has to go fight Thomas.
Yeah. Ladder rating is more important than it should be, I'd say. I gotta say. So not much happening. There's a lab. The engineer is gonna get the nice, ditch reclaim in the pond there first. You gotta watch out for those rocks on chosen maps. He throws them in sometimes in unusual places. There's some over on the top right and bottom left as well. There's one of those. Or actually there's 3 of them up there. Blast is super defensive with his units these first couple of games.
Although it isn't as bad with like the reclaim numbers mod. That certainly helps these rocks be detected.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm not saying he's like hiding them. I'm just saying,
they are sneaky.
A little bit. You gotta watch out. But yeah, Blast's really defensive, and it's probably gonna work for him in this game because I think WoundedElk messed his build up. He's recovered it now. Like, this is the thing. If you mess up your build a bit, you can recover it. You just adjust and fix your stuff. But again, not an ideal start. But Blast could probably have done some damage. Like, he has a lot of units and they're all on his side of the map. Every single one of them. He actually built a factory. You see that in the 3 mechs expansion? He built a factory before the mechs, which again is super defensive.
Yeah, I think that might be a bit too defensive.
I would say so. I wouldn't be doing that. I mean, it's not even far from the base. It's really close. So I think that's too defensive for me. Get the mass. That's my motto. Get the mass. No transports. Usually we'd see a transport by now or around this time on this map to expand, to the outside of the map, these 4 mechs expansions especially. And then also you can just do other little drops around and maybe on reclaim or something.
Tau Noob 1 asks in chat if they fix the issue where one side can edge build onto the plateau, and to my knowledge, they have not.
They being
Chosen.
Yeah, I mean, if you tell Chosen, I'm sure he'll fix it. I haven't told him. Also, nobody's doing it here, so not relevant in this game. But yeah, I'm sure Chosen is the guy who fixes everything about his maps. So if you tell him, he'll probably update the map in about 5 minutes. Honestly, he's pretty good about that.
It's just such a minor thing that no one ever does it.
Yeah, it is actually a pretty nice advantage, I would say. I think it actually is kind of relevant. PD on the
Slow
right.
tried to make it work, but it didn't really work out.
Well, I mean, that's nothing to do with whether it's actually a good thing to do or not. It's just how he did in that game in particular. Like edge building up there, if you can do it, like if you could edge build onto that plateau every game, I would do it every game. Like if you could just walk directly over an edge build, it would always be good. There's been a 53% complete transport in this factory for ages for WoundedElk, like so long that's been paused, and
it's more than 2%.
Yeah, but still less than 100. So that's not good. And I wonder. I mean, he could drop the right because there's actually no units left in that right expansion. But I mean, even if he drops there, it's unlikely he holds it. I would say he's taking the left though, with just walking engineers. Something Blast hasn't done, it seems, unless he got raided. It looks like he got raided actually on the right. See there.
Meanwhile, WoundedElk's Mantis just run past Blast's raiding Mantis to go up top. Also down there.
Oh yeah.
It's a
bit of a raid.
Pretty annoying. It's just so hard to clean up.
Seems to be really focused on the middle, both of them. Well, especially WoundedElk. He has a lot of units around. Not sure what he wants to achieve though. Who had that hydrocarbon actually that's dead now? I guess it must have been Blast, right?
I would assume so.
Blast with the transport. Oh, he raided the left, killed some engineers there. He dropped on his plateau and built a factory immediately. I think with the factory he can hold off these 6 Mantis. If he, exits the factory to the right. But it's not going to be pretty, honestly. This kind of hurts him.
Yeah, you have to drop it again, and then you're denied all that for so long.
Yeah, he does have a transport, so if he just drops units immediately, like picks up these units in the bottom right with the transport, quickly drops them onto the plateau, then he cleans everything up, the factory's still alive, and it's all good. He even gets more reclaim, so it might actually be a net advantage. But at this point, he's going to lose the factory, and it's going to hurt. He's going to have to drop more engineers, which is always annoying when you have to rebuild things like that. It takes a lot more clicks than simply dropping some units back. Oh, look at the Mantis on the right side. That hurts. That's a hero Mantis. And that's why you
Unless
rush a
gets
PD. I don't see that happening.
Me neither.
Yeah, this is why you rush a PD when you're dropping these expansions. See, there, it's like that's where you need to be careful and safe. And you get the PD and then you get the mixes. But there he went for mixes first. Big push in the middle.
I don't know if anyone can make anything of this. This is...
Yeah, what they're going to do is create a reclaim field, basically. And WoundedElk lost more HP, I will say. And Blast is now going to get some nice kills on the way out here because WoundedElk is out of range. Oh, nice overcharge. That was nice. You love to see it. So I think overall that was good for Blast, and he has all of his units pouring through the middle. He's killed the left side. That expansion is dead. He has a few mexes on the right. Neither player has their plateau, which is really bad. WoundedElk is just chilling. He's gonna die. He's suicided. He retreated all of his units, and
Oh,
he's
no.
not gonna escape. There's no way.
He's not even moving back yet. Oh, there we go.
Yep. Let's look at the bases now, though, right? So, Blast had no T2 land, no T2 air, or no T2 mexes. WoundedElk had half a T2 P-Gen, he had a T2 mex, he had T2 land, obviously. And he seemed to have, similar air. So that was the worst possible time to suicide, really. He had some longer term advantages that he could have, used. Although I will say Blast was in a better position given the dead expansion on the left.
So I believe that ties it up 1-1.
That is 1-1. I think the new version is a lot better. I would have preferred to see the new version, but sure.
I mean, I would as well, but we're going to game 3, and I'd like to keep this moving a little bit.
Yeah.
So a non-mirror.
Yeah,
Aeon
Cybern
versus Cybern.
Yeah, so WoundedElk is Cybern, Blast is Aeon. Did Blast go random? Right, so we're on the old version. Let's see what happens. WoundedElk is queuing up 2 power generators before the hydrocarbon. Wait, they both are. That's really weird, honestly. I don't see why you make pigeons. I mean, I can see making one pigeon before the hydro, just to get like a bit of a power boost, and then maybe you can. It makes it easier to get the transport out. But making 2 is like, I don't get it. So it's just a sacrifice. T1 mexes. What were we talking about earlier? Why did Blast lose the first game? He didn't build T1 mexes. So, yes, very quick reclaim for Blast. Like almost before the hydrocarbon even starts. It's probably, yeah. A lot of engineers spread out here. Very late mexes. For WoundedElk, yeah, these guys don't have, I would say they don't have builds. I think we can say that much.
There's definitely some good improvisation going on here.
Yeah. I'm not, I mean, I improvise all my builds. And, yeah, I've seen some better stuff. So we got 9 P-gens, is 4 plus the Hydro, which is 5, so it's 9 total for Blast. Let's see what WoundedElk is doing. Looks like his factory is slower. Transport for Blast chilled. Transport for WoundedElk. Alright. Both of them going for transport first. I like it. Just chilling. No inti wars. It's very noble of them to, allow each other to play a game like that.
Oh, hello, Keezer.
What's up?
No patch, please.
I think he just did patch the game.
Oh. All right. Did you break anything?
I'm sure it's fine. Blast. Okay, they both left. The base. WoundedElk has 6 engineers on board. Blast has only 4. Blast drops 2 on his first island. Maybe he's gonna. Yeah, he's going straight for the hydrocarbon. He's not manually reclaiming too much on his own island. Some inties are out. WoundedElk is dropping to the further island immediately and then going to drop on his closer island soon afterwards. On this version of the map, I think, well, I think comm drops are better on this version. Especially, like, I mean, to the side islands. I remember when this map first came out, I did like 4 or 5 games in a row where I comm dropped one of the expansion islands, and it was good every time. Just a T2 comm drop. So I would love if people would do that.
It's very exciting and it really works.
I mean, it's not even a major risk, honestly. Like, you shouldn't get shot down. It's not hard to avoid that risk, and then you can protect yourself from air. You shouldn't be so far behind in air that you can't, build some anti-air for your commander to avoid getting sniped. You definitely aren't going to get overrun by units on this map because you actually have a lot of space to place a lot of factories on these islands, as opposed to the new version where there's way less space. It's much more difficult, and artillery is super strong because it's just everything's curved paths and terrain in the way. So
Yeah, that's like the one thing about the new map I don't like is it's just very difficult to find a spot to place a factory on the side island.
Yeah, it makes you can't. I don't really like the land battle and the factory placement on the side islands in the new one. Everything else about the map is much better, I would say, or at least quite a bit better. So Blast, let's see. I mean, it seems like it's pretty damn even right now, and nobody has a naval factory yet, which is, I would definitely, like, WoundedElk has way better frigates here, so I think that should be the center of his strategy, is get the frigates going. There's a lot of things to raid.
This is ambitious from WoundedElk.
Whoa.
On the right side.
PD, I think he can do something.
But the flares are already out.
Yeah, the flares are useless though. He's gonna get a PD up. It's the fervors he needs, and there's only Aurora coming out of the factory now. There's the PD, so this could actually be annoying, really. And he saved his transport as well. He didn't lose his air, which looked like was gonna happen. So now if he like redrops, gets some of the side islands around the map as well while this is happening, then he's gonna be in a good spot, I would say. He did end up wasting his air though. Unnecessarily.
It's not great.
Oh, he actually escaped. Alright. Transport idle for WoundedElk right now as he tries to save his inties. Blast is dropping towards the left. Not sure where exactly though. Alright, he's giving the orders now. Yeah, maybe not dropping in the right places, as you can see the orders right next to scouts and inties, or scouts and mantis. And even anti-air there, so doesn't look like that drop is going to be successful, at least.
Yeah, just a bit of a mass donation, but that's fine.
Alright, the fervors came out, killed the PD instantly. Factory is now dead as well, so that was overall not worth it. We'll say it's pretty confidently it wasn't worth it. He could have dropped, say, those two mexes up and to the right of that island. He could have had those already. That would have been better. He also could have dropped mid already, and that would have been better too. A better investment. Maybe if he dropped
somewhat unusual drops on the left side though.
on the
from
left.
Blast.
Yeah, he tried to drop. One of the NGs dropped on the Mantis. The other one looks like it'll get reclaimed probably by an engineer. At least it'll die to the Mantis shortly. But yeah, dropping these other islands is pretty good. You see a lot of. Yeah, I've seen a lot of times where it's just back and forth engineers building and reclaiming, and those mexes on the small islands over there. Last takes the engineer in middle, reclaims WoundedElks, gets a mex. There's quite a bit of reclaim there. Let's see how much. Over 1,000 reclaim. That's big. The frigates are so late.
These Aurora could actually do decent damage if they're.
Yeah, we have some very slow Aurora coming across the water.
And there's actually no radar on the right side of the map, so Blast is not entirely aware that this is happening.
Yeah, well, WoundedElk, you mean? But
Yes.
but
Blast.
he's sending in bombers as
Swear.
well. So he does want to do damage. Okay, now he saw a scout there. It just got killed by a Mantis, so I think he knows that something could be coming here. Yeah, he's building a radar. The bombers have shown themselves. They just have a weird move and attack order, so that's not great. They need to be microed, really. They're now gonna die for free. And Blast, I don't think he really has more air. I think he actually has less air here, although it's yeah, no, he does have less, doesn't he? He wants to fight though. Okay, now he realizes he doesn't want to fight.
Yeah, best not to fight when you don't have to.
When you're gonna lose, it's a good time to turn around, go home. That's an unfortunate drop order on the left there, right next to a PD.
That's why. Well, the scouts are here to see the PD right before the drop happens, unless they're just gonna chill over there. You hate to see it.
Well, that's a nice mass donation. And yeah, it drops in the top right. Oh my god, that's 5 scouts in a lab.
Scouts in a lab. What is this? I need radar.
Insane.
Bring 5 of them.
Oh man. So the factory's actually still alive though. If he kills that, it's gonna. Oh, the bombers.
Don't worry, the DPS from the scouts.
Can the
That'll do it.
Can the inties like cut out any of these drops or react to the constant drops that are coming in? There's 3 fervors come in. They can finish the factory. Drops on the left now. He's gonna avoid the PD this time with his Mantis. But yeah, this expansion looks to be dead. This expansion does feel even more vulnerable on this version, I will say. I don't know why, but it feels that way from playing both versions.
I have to agree. Just with how you don't have as much vision on this map, everything's a bit more exposed.
Yeah, Blast's attacks have been better, but Blast is behind on T2 Mexes, gotta be said. He has T2 Air, he has 1 PGen, he's making a second one. He has 3 T2 Mexes and 1 upgrading, almost finished. WoundedElk has 5 T2 Mexes, he's making some storages now. No, he has 6 with some storages, so that's pretty good for WoundedElk. His next Mantis drop was was better than the first. Killed a couple of mexes. I am
Yeah, but
surprised.
WoundedElk just doesn't have mexes anymore. He's getting raided by frigates all over the place. It's a mess.
Yeah, he is getting raided on the top especially, and the side. But I mean, Blast definitely is missing less of his mexes. Gotta be said, but T2 air. Is there going to be any, gunships, corsairs, anything from WoundedElk? The lack of frigates. I mean, there's so much raiding that's possible, and he has the best frigate in the game. It is a little strange he doesn't invest more in those. There goes a factory and an engineer on the left. Some bombers. Oh, we have Wagners. We have No, not Wagners. It's Aeon. He has blazes. T2 land on the right island and a support factory. And yeah, he's got 5-6 blazes and a flak out already. So that could do some damage, but I'm wondering how much damage. Like, what are the targets for these blazes? You know? He seems to have to get all the way to the T2 mexes to do something really useful. Gunships on the left. Just snipe that T1 anti-air really fast. 3 volleys and they're down. Mex is going down now. Quickly. And a lot of air into defend. A lot of Swifties. So I feel he has to be able to win an air fight if he micros well, and the gunships also tank some damage. I think he should be fine. Blast, that is.
I really want to see how effective these blazes could be. So I feel like they can just walk in and kill everything.
Yeah, I think if he had like a shield, and he needs some scouts. He needs scouting so he can actually use the range. Without vision, you basically get like a terrible range blaze, and that's gonna obviously suck even more than they already kind of suck. They're not a, they have weak DPS and low HP, so without any range, they will get wrecked, honestly. If
there's only like 4 mantis here.
True, but I mean, yeah, well, there's PD going up now. A lot of engineers, so he can't even really run around that PD. It's in a good position. I think this might be a mass donation. Some gunships got wasted on the left there, sadly. But a lot of anti-air forced, a lot of dead mexes on the left island. And that's really nice damage. Blast still is just managing to hold on to his mexes a lot better, getting raided a lot less. So Blast, I think, pulling ahead at this point. He runs past the PD. The flak defense against gunships. Oh,
the order.
Yeah, gave a move order into the water by accident. Runs back into the PD. He's actually hitting it pretty well, but now it got a vet. And everything's gonna die. Gunship shoots into the mountain. That's nice too. Lovely stuff.
We're gonna try again, this time going around the PD in the other direction.
That makes a lot of sense. There's more PDs though. So yeah, it did end up being a mass donation, but it looked good for a while. It looked like he could have done something, but then a misclick happened. Another thing on this map though, I think.
Just gonna crush Navy though?
That's a really good fight for him. If he continues to micro it properly, he's gonna let Blast get away here. Like this, he could have killed almost every frigate, but he wasn't paying enough attention, honestly. And Blast really got away with that, honestly. That should have been a really damaging damaging fight for Blast. On this map, I feel like there's more safe mexes to upgrade as well than on the other version. Oh, T2 radar in middle. That's pretty nice.
Blast can see everything.
Yeah, I mean, in the water, I guess. Unless it's a sub, but there's no subs right now. Blast has more map control. He seems to have gotten raided less. But WoundedElk has been better with his economy upgrades. And the storages especially, I think, is a major difference. Tagada just hosted. 22 viewers, thanks Tagada.
Nice.
Alright, Flax defending on the right island. Very nice.
This is a nice arty drop from Blast, though.
Oh yeah. He's got 12 fervors. He's gonna drop right next to T2P gens. T3 air is coming. Oh man, imagine if he kills the air factory. Oh, that would be an instant GG. What's he targeting? Looks like he's attacking the shield. Okay, he goes to the P-gen.
He's too close to that P-gen.
Oh, he only lost one. Okay, that's good. Nile Homer, thanks for subscribing. Thanks, Scoot, for 100 bits.
Oh no, the inties! The Flax!
Oh my god, no.
Oh.
Instant full event. 4 P-gens are dead just as the T3 factory finishes. No, it's a massacre. 20. Look at the mass kill. They're killing everything.
The inties need to leave.
Oh no. No.
More than 100 inties killed between them. All the T2 P-gens are dead.
They killed 53 inties each. For
There's a blaze in the base killing T2 maxes.
No. He's still playing. He hasn't quit yet. Look at that's the resolve I like to see. Now he is gonna get strap bombed in about 1 minute, but until then, I applaud him for continuing on. This is the decider in the winners bracket for him. So he can't lose this match, otherwise he's going to the losers bracket. So combined total of 5,000 mass killed by those two flags in inties. 5,000 mass. Oh my god. I hope Blast is just laughing maniacally at this. Yeah, here comes the strap bomber. He has a T3P gen up.
The Flax are still alive. They're just in
the base. That's just evil. It's just like, yeah, these are the Flax that killed your entire air force.
Okay, the 52 kill Flak got reclaimed by a Tech 3 engineer. Yeah, it's fine.
And now the ACU is here to end the life. Look at that, 15 per second regen, 1500 HP. It's a beast. It's gonna kill more. There's another kill. Nice, took some damage from the dead inti there. I don't really want to look at anything else but this flak, honestly. I know there's a naval battle going on. Who cares? The flak's it's still alive. It's just killed another inti. It's gonna get 3,000 mass killed.
Elk has given up trying to kill this flak and is just building a wall.
Oh my god, he's taking off. No. Stop.
3K mass killed on a single.
Now he's like, that flag. It's like, yeah, it's been there, dude. It's been there for a long time.
Is this guy gonna build like a T2 PD or something just to kill this flak?
Okay, it continues. I mean, do something. What are you doing? His ASF is gonna take damage to it. Please. 60 kills. Alright, well. The strat's been done a little while, hasn't done much, and it actually took so long. He must have been stalling. I think he needs to focus, Blast needs to focus on his eco, because he really lacks T2 maxes, he lacks storages, and if you look at WoundedElk, he has a T3 P-Gen, he has a lot more storages, he has more T2 maxes, and if Blast loses a naval fight, gives away Reclaim, then I think WoundedElk will win this game. Still, I think Blast is in serious danger of throwing this away right now.
Yeah, it's about plus 90 to plus 120 in favor of WoundedElk.
Yeah. And like these blazes, I don't think they're a solid investment. The frigates are coming in. Destro's about to go down. The strat can't be used just yet, I would say, because there are, I mean, ASFs could be sniping the strat. It looks like the naval fight is completely lost. Torpedo bombers are coming in. They're going to finish off that destroyer if it makes it out of range of the Salems. And there's just not enough economy. Blast is not making mexes, he's making way too many blazes and no storages. This T3 P-Gen in his base, the second one, I'm sure he can't use that with this mass. So that looks to be sort of a wasted investment. Here comes the Strat Bomber. It's got one nice kill. One kill on a Mex. A T1 Mex, I should say. That's another nice kill.
Capped Mex.
2 capped Mexes are down. Before WoundedElk reacts with his air, but the Navy looks scary. Strap Bomber coming around. Wait, where's the Strap Bomber coming for? I don't see what it's targeting, actually.
It just missed the drop.
I think he was microing and failed his micro, I'd say. Because they don't turn like that otherwise. He does save it though, does he? Oh no, he needed to turn left. He will lose it, but he got 3 capped mexes and killed a lot of air. So if he has another strap bomb right now, it could do a lot of damage for him. But maybe instead he should just be going for torpedo bombers, honestly. Try win some naval fights. There's Reclaim being grabbed by WoundedElk now from that naval fight earlier.
Now WoundedElk has a strat over on the right side, but that's gonna die, right?
Well, let's see. He doesn't have stealth on for some reason, so that's a danger. He's gonna fly directly past some units. Gonna attack. Yeah, just take some shots at that T2 transport on the way past. So yeah, I think this, yeah, the strat should die. There's nothing building in Blast Air Factory. He needs more strats. If he can strap on a few more T2 mexes, he should, you know, be able to catch up and reclaim or on mass.
I think he's just broke. Like, Blast has no money.
Well, he should stop making blazes then. That's
really. Why are there so many blazes still?
I think he prefers to make blazes to frigates by the looks of it, honestly. Which, I mean, I don't know if it's right or wrong. He has been doing some good raiding with blazes on the left, that's for sure. Now he's running into a lot of PDs, but he has done a lot of damage there, so
You're coming in the back of the base.
Whoa! Oh my God! What the hell? That's gonna be a mass donation, though. Oh,
they're just shooting the T3 NGs.
Oh, that's an overcharge. Strap armor comes out of the base. That's going to be scouted by blazes. That's the whole reason he's there with his blazes, obviously. The strap armor from... Look at the strap armor in the bottom right for Wounded Elk. I think it bombed a T1 mechs.
High value.
And then was chilling there. And still alive. Now the strap armors are stealth, which is nice. Wounded Elk has grabbed a lot of reclaim, although it looks like his engineers aren't reclaiming now.
How many shields there are in space?
How many shields in blast base?
There's exactly 0 protecting the T3 gens.
I probably wouldn't have made a shield either, but there is a random strat bomber. This is such a random strat. And he attacked the commander. Ambitious. I only need 6 passes, and then this guy will be dead. Or, well, not even 6, but where's the second strat?
Going for the commander again.
Yeah, he is.
What is...
He needs like 3 more bombs to kill it from a strat. And the second strat, I think the second strat was actually coming for the AC as well. But
strat bomb someone with exactly 2 strat bombers and no air control over their base.
Yes, and the other strat falls back. Big naval fight. Look at Blast has gotten a lot of destroyers up now, and that's a really good fight he's gonna take there. Wounded Elk's navy, I don't see much of it. His naval factory is idle. His T2 HQ is idle. What?
They're like even at 26 minutes in. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the score is identical. But Blast is winning now, for sure. For sure. And I don't know how long that naval factory's been idle for, but I see 1 destroyer left for Wounded Elk. And it just got torpedoed. 0 destroyers. And Blast meanwhile has like 6 maybe. Looks like he has 6 or 7 even. And this navy should crush, I gotta say.
There's nothing to stop it.
Yeah, he needs to just beeline for the enemy base. He has enough air. Well, Wounded Elk probably actually has more ASF right now.
Look at these desperation torp defenses from Wounded Elk, accomplishing exactly nothing.
Yeah, that's a waste, really. There's no point in doing that. But yeah, I think Blast needs to waste no time. Just get the naval force forward and crush the base with the destroyers. I mean, he has shields and flak, so that's going to protect him from a lot of stuff that could come out of that air factory. A lot of T1 bombers. See this? See the squadron from Wounded Elk?
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're hoping to do.
That's the Suicide Squad. It looks like they wanted to fly all the way around the map. Maybe they wanted, like, I don't know. I don't even know what they could do.
Strat snipe.
Yeah, aim for the commander who's underwater. I mean, he could snipe 2 T2 mexes easily with that force if they actually reach the mexes, you know. But yeah, it's time for Blast. He still needs to work on his economy, I gotta say. More storages. He should eco on the right island as well, for sure, because he's safe from naval attacks over there. But yeah, just push. Use those destroyers. He has so many more.
All right, the strat is making an appearance, and it's just gonna Bomb the
Oh.
mountain.
Oh no. That's sad. He wanted to kill the... Oh, the bombers flew over a flak. Look at this flak. Full vet. Another fully vetted flak.
These are hero flags.
God damn it. I don't know what kind of training program Blast puts his flags through, but it must be intense. This is like Navy SEAL training or something.
Yeah, if you find out, let my flags know. They can use it.
Yeah. Still though, 2 bombers got through. Will he kill a T2 Max with 2 T1 bombers? I suspect he will. Oh, there's an ASF. Never mind, it's not gonna happen. ASF ruins the party. ASF with a really unfortunate name this year. Here come the destroyers, they're finally arriving. I mean, actually the destroyers have stopped moving, everything else is moving in. Get going, guys. And this should be the end of the game. I gotta say, I don't see how he stops this many destroyers and shields and flak and... Yep, doesn't look great. Only 3 destroyers, and look at how good the AIM destroyers are versus Salem's.
They're just crushing. Now the blazes can walk into the base.
Yeah, the master plan is revealed. Blaze is gonna run in and snipe the commander.
The correct play is to get gun.
The correct play is to, I don't know, quit probably. Only Chrono can stop these blazes. But sadly he's a Cybern. And Una calls GG, well played. That was quite a spicy game.
Definitely was.
I mean, even like Blast dropped 12 artillery, which killed... Oh, hang on. Look at that. T3 Mex from WoundedElk, by the way. But, yeah, he dropped 12 artillery into the base. Killed 4 T2 Pigeons. And then WoundedElk was still ahead after that.